for a girl, a small girl, so even today my father always give an example. So when my dad started hawking the Wambugu apples, the fruit, he went to a mountain. He found this nice fruit in the forest. He was getting the animals, our cows, food. So then he found a very nice fruit, and a tree fruiting. Then he picked the fruit. He came back home. He found my mother. My mother was doing the sukuma wiki, was selling to the market. So when he came with the fruit, my mother said, where did you get this fruit? My father started narrating, I found this in the forest. Those who know Aberdare forest is one of, not Mount Kenya, but the Aberdare on the other side. So he found this nice, and my mother was like, where did you get this? Then my father said, I got it from the forest, and I thought of bringing you. I don't know if the rough was too much. I thought of bringing you this. So my mother ate the fruit, and it was so sweet. Then my mother was so disturbed. So the following day I asked my father, you would say, where did you see this? So my mother starts nagging my daddy. And for men, don't like something, you're nagging me, and they will say, leave it. I got it. I told you I got it from the forest, and you're still pushing me. So my mother pushed my daddy. Men can become vigorous. Not Ugandan men, Kenyan men. So my mother was fearing my daddy can become annoyed and maybe hit her. So he was slowly approaching my daddy. So if you see Wambugu apples, I'm trying to bring you. Who gave the boost? So my father, the third day, that's where he said, why are you asking about this fruit? I said, no, I just want you to take me there. he wanted to send him to go back, but the kind of the man he was turning to, he said, no, he had to turn that, take me and go and see. So then my father realized, this woman is becoming too much. So he said, okay, let's go. It's far. And they were going by foot. It's like you leave today in the morning, you are alive in the evening. Yeah. Yes, it's that far. So imagine the time of coming back. And it's a forest and it has animals. So that's why my dad was coming, I don't want. So they went. And then my daddy took my mother where the fruit is. It was fruiting nicely. And my mother told my father, please, we need to do this. We had another apples in our farm that are just there, and 10 years, nothing. So that's where my mom pushed my father to get some branches and some trees which are small that were fruiting. And my father became serious. And then he started propagating them. He only propagated 11 trees. And he planted, let me tell you, they fruited like heaven is finishing, or earth is combining. Big fruit, one fruit, quarter kilo, one apple. And my father was a farmer, we had cows, we had goats, so he would put the manure very nicely. And that's how my dad now started all this, because when the 11 started fruiting, they fruited massively. We had tea in our farm. Is it tea? No, coffee. Yeah, coffee. So the coffee was there, and we could harvest. We were 4 of us, and we were doing farming when we were very small, because that time there was no money to hire people. So my daddy uprooted all the coffee. The reason was, after a whole month, we were harvesting coffee. Before now, I'm talking before the apples, to bring the aspect of the apples. So we were harvesting, all of us, when it was Saturday, Friday in the evening, and then my father would walk to the market very far to take the coffee. Then at the end of the month, my daddy went to get the money, because it was a government thing. You are getting money at the end of the month of what you have been harvesting. So our daddy went, and we were waiting, eagerly to wait for a bread, just mere bread. So he went, and he was walking again to get the money. So he reached there, and he was told, there's no money, actually you owe us money. For the last 30 days, nothing. And then he asked, why? And I have been bringing. So that time, government used to give you fertilizer. You apply, and then you start paying slowly. They decided to deduct all of it. And at that moment, they cannot give you, you cannot negotiate with them. If the system picked that, you need to wait like 15 days for them to. My dad came home mad. And that time, these 11 fruits were fruiting very nicely. So my dad did calculation and decided, you know what? I'm cutting off the coffee. You could not cut the coffee that time without the permission of the government. So what my father did, at night, midnight, he had to wake all of us up. By that time he wakes us up. He took dinner at around 8. He went to the farm. He had cut all